20 things you should never, ever say to your kids. Bringing up children is a demanding occupation. You need to provide a good example for your children, both in what you say and what you do. Sometimes, though, your comments might do more harm than good to your child's character. I bet most of you have used the following phrases when speaking to your kid. Thus, here are some words that you should never say to your kids. Number 1. That's not how you do it. Let me show you. Don't say that, as your child will think, I can't do this. Only the grown-ups know how to do it. This phrase actually works against building confidence. Number 2. What's wrong with you? This phrase is quite dangerous, as it leads to your child's low self-esteem. They may rely on their limited life experience and knowledge, and likely come up with something that is wrong. And that can have a lasting effect. Sometimes, it'll be something quite broad, like, I am not good enough, or I am a bad person. Number 3. I don't know how we're going to pay the bills this month. Before mentioning this phrase to your child, ask yourself, would I be able to pay off the bills with my child's help? If your answer is no, then don't mention it. You can't involve your child in things they're powerless to do anything about. Laying that load on a child only makes her anxious and creates poor mindset patterns. Number 4. You're being too sensitive. Telling your child this phrase makes her feelings invalidated. A young child doesn't have the self-confidence to counter this assertion and will assume that she's done something wrong. She will often believe that her sensitivity is the problem, and that, in turn, leads her to mistrust both her feelings and perceptions. This is highly damaging because there are numerous takeaway lessons, such as, what you feel doesn't matter to me or anyone else. Or, the fault is yours because something is wrong with you. Number 5. I'm just going to leave you here then. Imagine yourself being left behind by someone you fully trust. Doesn't seem nice, right? The same goes when you're telling these words to your child. Doing this can make them feel less secure. It makes them believe you may not always be there to protect and take care of them. And the thought that you may leave them alone is very frightening. Number 6. Leave me alone. I get that you need a break from your child's tantrums and incessant requests every once in a while. But saying these words in an irritable manner is a big no-no. It could damage their way of thinking about spending time with you. They'll begin to think there's no point in talking to you because you're always brushing them off. If you make this a pattern when they're young, it could mean they'd be less likely to go to you and tell you things when they're older. Number 7. I do everything for you. This phrase seems right, but technically, this isn't true. This phrase makes them feel guilty, and in the future will put them in a victim's mode, to live for others and not having their own life. Number 8. You make me so mad. As a parent, you have those moments when your tolerance is at an all-time low, and you lose it on your misbehaving child. However, the number 1 job of a parent is to stay calm no matter what happens. This is a moment to be mindful and understand that it's your choice to go in a mad state. No one can make you. Victims blame. Responsible people stay mindful. Number 9. You're fat. These are not magic words that, when spoken, will magically cause your child to have a fit body. Children who are overweight or obese can benefit from nutritional changes. But calling a child fat is hurtful and does nothing in providing guidance for how to slim down. Negative body labeling and shaming feed into a culture of disordered eating and unhealthy body images. Number 10. Stop crying right now, or calm down. Actually, the worst thing to calm a person down is to say, calm down. It's not healthy to suppress a kid's feelings by uttering these words. It's important to allow your children to cry and show their emotions and frustrations. They need to know it is okay to feel happy, sad, angry, or whatever. Besides, you would never tell an adult to stop crying, so why should you say it to your children? Number 11. It's not that big a deal, or big boys, girls don't get scared. What would you feel if you suffered from your first heartbreak and your friend said, I have experienced multiple heartbreaks and I can tell that yours is not that painful? What would you feel? The same thing applies when you are saying these sentences to your child. Even if something isn't a big deal to you, it can be a big deal to your child. Telling them that invalidates and shames them for their emotions and fears. Number 12. Hurry up and get ready. Try avoiding this statement when you see your child behind the clock. The phrase is typical in most households, but it doesn't usually get anything done faster, except for making children feel more stressed. When we are stressed, things mess up and everything goes slower. Number 13. Why do I have to tell you everything 100 times? Instead of saying this phrase to your child, try asking yourself, why do I have to repeat myself over and over again? If you have to endlessly repeat yourself, then you need to rethink your communication strategy. Nagging never works. Kids have very selective listening, and they'll tune you right out. Instead, try asking open-ended questions to get to the root of what's going on. Number 14. Don't do that. I'm pretty sure that you mostly use this phrase in teaching your kids lessons. Unfortunately, don't do that is not an effective method of reinforcing desired behaviors. It's always more beneficial to focus on teaching appropriate behavior that serves the same purpose. For instance, instead of saying, don't hit your brother, try saying, this is how we use our hands gently, and demonstrate patting or hugging. Number 15. It's my way or the highway. Or, you live under my roof, you follow my rules. If you think that being an authoritarian will make your child a perfect citizen, then think again. It would be much better if you try to listen to your child and gain their trust and respect. Show them how to cooperate. Explain why you ask what you ask. Breaking kids' will and demanding to obey with no questions asked lead to slavery mindset and person with no self-respect, self-esteem, and no power to create own life. Number 16. Ugh, you're just like your father or mother. Actually, this would be a good thing if followed by something positive. But too often, this is said when the child is exhibiting a behavior one parent finds unfavorable in the other parent. This not only sends the message that the child is being rejected, but that the other parent is too, creating a divide where a child is forced to identify with or pick a side to please a particular parent. Number 17. I told you so. If your child chooses another path contrary to what you wanted from them, and it turned out horribly, please do not say these words. Bragging about what we know is never helpful to children. Just like you, your children get to learn from their own mistakes. Better make choices. Go through mistakes than live in a scarcity mindset and never be inspired to go out of their comfort zone or try new things. Number 18. I know you didn't mean to hurt your sister. Have you punched someone without any reason at all? I bet not. Just like you, your son may hit his sister intentionally when he is angry at her, and it's an instinctive reaction to make him feel good. As a parent, what you must do is teach your children skills to regulate their reactions and cope with strong emotions in more productive ways, while acknowledging their feelings as real. Number 19. You're my perfect little angel. This may seem the perfect compliment for your children, but it has an effect on their development. Setting up an expectation of perfection, even if you're not totally serious, can damage your child's self-esteem and make them less likely to take risks and try new things for fear of failing. Number 20. Mommy's not crying. Everything's just fine. You could believe that hiding your true feelings while maintaining a pleasant facade is protecting your child. But kids can see right through that mask, and it scares them. Hiding your negative emotions and faking positive ones not only makes you feel worse inside, but it also hurts your relationship with your child. You don't have to tell them everything that's wrong, but acknowledging your own feelings shows them it's okay for them to feel the same way. As a parent, you only want what's best for your children, so you plant words in their minds to teach them a lesson. Do it mindfully, as each word is like a program. Let's create powerful, mindful, strong children who can achieve their dreams, stand for their freedom, and can make strong decisions as they have high self-esteem. Subscribe to this channel and share this with other parents who need this. Thanks for watching and liking this video. See you in the next video. Bye!